Bonjour, ciao, howdy and glasnost. Well, it's been a while, so I've got plenty to say. We are now 14 days and 15 hours from declaring independence. Now, for everyone who may think a no vote is best, I've been chatting with all my Facebook friends about the economic status quo in this country. Watch and learn, especially any undecideds. You just might pick up a few pointers here. Firstly, let me be absolutely clear. The ongoing political and economic situation in this, the UK, is not normal. And the status quo, or whatever variation of that status quo might or might not be offered, in the event of a no vote, is most definitely not the best of both worlds. Because we have the most expensive public transport run by privateers for massive profits. We have basic utilities run by privateers for massive profits. Our workers are working the longest working hours in Europe, and we have the most inefficient tax system whereby the workers working these longest hours have no choice but to pay their taxes. It's collected at source, while the guys collecting these taxes for the unequal government, they can hire expensive accountants who specialise in tax dodging and tax avoidance. Then we have our pensioners having to work longer in years to receive the lowest pensions in Europe. This is the most unequal and skewed economy in the whole of Europe. We have the most centralised concentration of political power in Europe, and both a government and an opposition in Westminster committed to maintain this status quo. And this includes the pillaging of the NHS to replace it with a US-style system that puts profiteers again before people. This tells us we live in the most unequal society. And I repeat, this is not normal. The imbalance of equality in the UK versus other European countries and those even further afield is proven by publicly available data. Whether you want to look at in-work or child poverty, privatisation of public services, local democracy, land ownership, pensions, or any number of other measures. These are facts that you can find out simply by Googling and looking for them yourself, instead of the usual complaint, oh, there isn't enough info out there to help me make up my mind. There are also those things that can be changed if we choose to change them. It doesn't have to be this way. The only reason it's difficult to change them is because it goes against the neoliberal consensus which has become the politics of all three Westminster parties over the last 30 years, except of course when they're knee-jerking even further to the right to satisfy UKIP swing voters in the shires. Politics is a question of priorities. I believe Scotland knows the London parties have their priorities wrong. I think they've become blinded by what's good for big business instead of what they should be doing is what's right for the people they serve. They think the economic orthodoxy trickles wealth down instead of up. Absolutely the opposite. It's more important that we invest in nuclear weapons than education, aircraft carriers than healthcare. The question should be, should privateers be allowed to make these obscene profits from heating our homes and getting to our work and being unfortunate enough to suffer from ill health? Well, do you want to continue to live in a me-first society? There is another way. The Scottish psyche is completely different to that from the me mentality developed in the South, which we now know as the legacy of Thatcher. Scotland has led the way in social justice. Our first example of this was the creation of the Scottish Labour Party in the time of Keir Hardie and Andrew Carnegie. with the one aim of sharing the wealth with the people that make the success possible by putting all of us first. Today, we have Sir Tom Hunter and the Hunter Foundation. We have the generous Weirs and the Weir Foundation, carrying on that great tradition of Scottish philanthropy. Still not got that right. And now we have the Commonweal, the template for a better way. Some of my friends are voting no because they think Westminster will change its tune with a Labour government in power. If only they could get there. And with the donkey that's leading them, I don't think they have any chance. He's the only political leader that makes DC look capable. And it's also worth remembering who deregulated the banking industry and who stole the pension pot. Who began the privatisation of the NHS? Some of them are thinking because the status quo is as good as it gets. As history shows, it never is. And others are thinking some sort of anarchist uprising will overthrow the powers that be at some indeterminate point in the future. It won't, and it's not desirable anyway. Or because they think that we are stronger because they've been told that. Whatever that means. With that most successful political union in history. Again, by what criteria and successful for whom? Some of them are voting no because they hate Alex Salmond. Although he and the SNP government at Holyrood are presently the only democratically elected government holding a majority in a system designed specifically to stop that from happening. Yet still, after a length of time that would see most governments ousted, they have the highest approval ratings of any leader or party in the rest of the UK. 3 times as many residents trust Holyrood than Westminster to look after Scottish interests. I'm voting yes because I don't believe this is as good as it gets. I've seen a Labour Party turn its back on its own principles and trying to out-Tory the Tories in a race to the bottom they can never win. Because I don't believe in an anarchist uprising, nor the electorate in much of the country believes it's either necessary or desirable. I'm voting yes because it's a vote to change the rotten to the core status quo. I'm voting yes because we have a clear and present opportunity to change things and I hope for the better by the one simple act of putting a cross in a box. I'm under no illusion that a yes vote will suddenly result in the land of milk and honey. It'll be hard at times, but when was anything worthwhile ever easy? I believe it's worth it for the prize of a better, fairer place to bring up my kids and for them to bring up theirs, for the chance to take back control over the levers that can make our country and our society a better place to live. We've already shown that decisions made here have made Scotland a better place and protected our citizens from some of the worst of the current government's attacks on the poorest and most vulnerable in our society. It's also worth pointing out that we can vote for anyone, whoever we like, in the first elections in an independent Scotland, meaning we're far more likely to have a government that truly represents the views of us all who live here, and it's no going to be some socialist utopia. It will reflect the views of all of us in a way that first past the post Westminster system can never achieve. Wouldn't it be better if we got the government we voted for all the time rather than hope that the rest of the UK votes the same way? So with just 14 days and 15 hours left to change things, on the 18th of this month we the Scottish people will be sovereign for 15 hours for the first time in 307 years. This is the one chance we will have to wake up on the 19th of September as a powerful nation, or wake up on the 19th of September as a powerless nation. The outcome is in our hands. Let us grasp it with both and take our destiny back into our own control. Again, this is not a decision we might benefit from, but it is for our kids, their future, their kids' future, and our future. So there can only be one question to ask at this point. Are you with me?